Attention passionate Philadelphia Eagles fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Philadelphia Eagles fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, we've got a situation brewing in Philadelphia that's catching everyone's attention, and for good reason. The Eagles, after a promising start, have hit a rough patch, losing their last 2 games in just 5 days. And those aren't just any losses, they blowouts, with the team struggling offensively and looking for answers. Most notably, the latest defeat came against the New York Giants, a division rival, by a score of 34-17. And what's really standing out in this scenario is the way certain players are behaving, especially A.J. Brown. Now, we all know A.J. Brown is one of the most explosive wide receivers in the league, a guy capable of changing the game with a single play. But this season, there has been a noticeable shift in his attitude and performance, and it is fueling a lot of speculation about what's really happening behind the scenes. Brown, for the first time this season, has been held out of the end zone for 5 games, which is unusual for a player of his caliber. The frustration is palpable, and it is spilling over. It is not just on the field. Brown has been making subliminal social media messages that seem to hint at dissatisfaction with his role in this offense. Now, he did delete some of those posts after the Week 4 game against the Buccaneers, where he only managed 2 catches for a mere 7 yards. You don't have to be a football genius to understand that when a player like Brown, who is used to making big plays, starts showing signs of frustration, it is either because he feels underused or maybe even disrespected. And the timing of these messages, right after a game where he barely touched the ball, makes it even more suspicious. But things got even more interesting when, during the week after the loss to the Giants, Brown was asked about a meeting that reportedly took place between him, Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley. Now, here's where it gets bizarre. According to reports, Brown repeatedly insisted that he didn't recall any such meeting happening. When the reporter informed him that Hurts and Barkley had confirmed the meeting, Brown's response was, "You have to talk to them. It's almost like he's playing a game, right? Trying to keep his cards close to his chest, perhaps, or maybe just trying to deflect." But the fact remains that the meeting did take place, and the fact that Brown is denying it outright only fuels the fire of speculation. As NFL insider Mike Garafolo reported on X, Brown kept repeating that he's still trying to find the offense's identity, that they're still searching for their rhythm. But in reality, this kind of behavior denying known meetings, playing games with media can only deepen the divide within the team and fan base. And let us be clear about one thing. The Eagles are a team built on strong chemistry, a team that prides itself on unity and a shared goal of winning championships. But when a key player starts acting out, especially when the team is in a downturn, it raises questions about whether there's a disconnect, whether the locker room is still as tight as it used to be. These antics, especially now with the team's recent losses, only add fuel to the trade rumors that have been floating around since the season began. Could Brown be the first casualty of this unrest? Could he be traded before the deadline if things don't turn around? Those are questions fans are asking more and more each day. Now, some of you might be wondering, is this just frustration, or is there something more serious going on? It's a fair question. Brown's social media activity and his evasiveness about the meeting suggest that there is some underlying tension. Maybe he is feeling underappreciated, maybe he is unhappy with the offensive scheme, or perhaps he is just trying to send a message. Whatever the case, the optics aren't great, especially considering that the Eagles' offense, despite its talent and potential, has been inconsistent. Coach has been trying to find a rhythm, but after losing 2 straight games, it's clear they're still searching for their identity. They've struggled to put points on the board in the second half, failing to score any points after halftime against the Giants, which is a clear sign of offensive stagnation. And this brings us to the bigger picture. The NFC East is a division known for its toughness and competitiveness. The Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders are all vying for supremacy, and the Eagles, despite their talent, are facing some real challenges now. This recent slide could be a turning point, either a wake-up call or a sign of a deeper issue that might threaten their playoff hopes. The division is wide open, but if the Eagles don't fix their offensive struggles and address the locker room dynamics, they could fall behind and give other teams the chance to overtake them. Let us talk about some of the statistics and what they tell us. Brown, as I mentioned, has been held out of the end zone for 5 games now, which is uncharacteristic for him. His yardage has dipped, and his impact seems to be diminishing in the eyes of fans and analysts alike. The team's overall offensive production has been inconsistent, and that is reflected in their ranking across various statistical categories. The offensive line, which was supposed to be a strength this season, has had its moments of vulnerability, and that has contributed to the struggles of the passing game. Jalen Hurts, despite his athleticism and leadership, has faced pressure more often than he'd like, leading to rushed throws and missed opportunities. Now the coaching staff is aware of these issues. They're trying to make adjustments, but sometimes internal conflicts and player frustrations can derail even the best game plans. If Brown's antics continue or escalate, it could force the Eagles' management to consider tough decisions. Trading Brown might be a last resort, but with the trade deadline looming, it's becoming more plausible. The NFL trade market is always unpredictable, but given the current climate, the Eagles might be tempted to consider strategic moves to stabilize the team and perhaps even get some draft capital in return. But let us not forget the bigger picture here. The Eagles are still a talented team, and they have the talent to turn things around. The key is fixing the internal issues, re-establishing team chemistry, and getting their star receiver back to feeling valued and motivated. The division is still within reach, and if they can get their offense firing on all cylinders again, they could very well be contenders come playoff time. The question is, how long will these internal struggles last? Will Brown's behavior be a temporary blip, or is it signaling deeper cracks in the foundation? Meanwhile, the NFC East continues to be one of the most exciting and unpredictable divisions in football. The Giants, after their recent win over the Eagles, are gaining confidence, and the Cowboys are always lurking, ready to pounce. The Eagles, despite their recent setbacks, still have the talent and the coaching to bounce back, but they need to address their internal issues quickly before they lose more ground. The upcoming games are critical, and every play, every decision counts. The team's resilience will be tested, and how they respond in the next few weeks could define their entire season. As fans, we all want to see our team succeed, and it's frustrating to watch internal discord overshadow the talent on the field. But that's why it's important to stay tuned, to analyze every move, and to keep the faith. The Eagles have faced adversity before, and they've come out stronger. This season might be no different, but it requires unity, discipline, and clear leadership. We're all eager to see how they respond to these challenges, and whether they can turn this around quickly. Now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on all this? Do you think Brown's antics are just tempers flaring or a sign of deeper issues? Do you believe the team can bounce back and stabilize before the trade deadline? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. This season is far from over, and the NFC East still has plenty of surprises in store. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let us see where this wild ride takes us.